length of the chord AB in the diagram below is 12 centimeter with center 0 and angle ACP equal to 30 degrees. The question now says we should find the value of theta, the radius of the circle, and C, calculate the area of the shaded region correct to three significant figures, taking pi to be equal to 22/7. And finally, the question is, what type of triangle is angle AOB? Now, this is NECO 2023 paper 2 question 3 exam question, and we are asked to solve this. Now, this is a typical of a question you can see in your WAEC or a GCE or NECO. Now, how can you solve this question on circle theorem? Now, let's get started. Now, below we are asked to find the value of theta first. Now, the question is, we are given a chord. Remember, a chord is a line that divides a circle into two parts. It must not be equal parts. If it divides the circle into two equal parts at the middle, then that chord is a diameter. But if it divides the circle at any other point, then it is a chord, AB. And at this chord divides the circle into two segments, the major and the minor segments. Now, having divided the circle into two segments, we are made to know that this angle over here is 30 degrees, while this here is what? Theta. And the first question A says we should find the value of theta. How do you go about this? Now, let's look at how to solve the first part, A. If we are asked to find the angle theta, then we need to apply all the theorems, all the laws we know in circle, especially the law that relates to circle theorems. Now, remember, in circle theorem 2, we are told that the angle in which a chord sustains at the center is equal to 2 times what it sustains at the what? At the circumference. Now, what does this tell us? The angle which a chord sustains at the center is equal to 2 times the angle it sustains at the circumference. Now, all these parts are the circumference of the circle. Take note of that. So the theorem says the angle at the center, which we know as theta now, is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference, which is 30 degrees. Now remember, the angle at the center is theta. Now, if we have the angle at the center, that means our theta would just give us what? 2 times 30, which is 60 degrees. So angle theta is 60 degrees. And what is the reason behind it? Angle at center equal to 2 times angle at circumference. The reason must be stated, and that is the reason for this answer. Now, the second question says we should calculate the radius of the circle. Now, you know that the radius of any circle is the line that is drawn from the center of the circle to any point on the circumference. Hence, this is a radius and this is a radius. This is not a radius because it is taken from the circumference to the circumference of the circle. This is not a radius because it is taken from the circumference to another point in the circumference of the circle. So hence, we have 2 radius. So we are asked to calculate the radius of the circle, and the radius here must be equal to this what? To this radius. So what we are going to do is to look at this triangle, and then bring out the triangle. Now, if I should bring out that triangle, let's take this slow. If I can bring out that triangle and divide that triangle into 2 equal parts, I'm going to have this place to be what? This place to be 0, and this place will be theta, which is theta divided by 2. This other side will now be theta divided by 2, while this other side will now give me an angle which is not specified. Remember, I will take this as my A, this as my B, and I will assume this place to be S. Remember, this full length AB is equal to what? AB is equal to 12. Now that is taken. If AB is equal to 12, the question I will now ask myself is, AB is an arc, that we know. AB is a chord, that we know. And ABC, this is what? Is an arc. Right? That's the arc of the circle. Now the question is, how do we find the value of this radius? Remember, this is a right hand what? Is a right hand triangle, and this is an angle. Now we have AS and we have SB. Now from this position now, you can see that we can simply find our AB. I can assume that my AB is not an assumption because it is definite. My AB is equal to 2 times my A what? AS. If this is 12, if from here to here is 12, so from here to here will be 12 divided by what? By 2. And that is this. That is AB divided by 2. So my AB is equal to 2 times what? 2 times AS. And that is the point. Now from that point now, I can be able to isolate something. I can be able to find my AS. Right? From that point, I can be able to find my AS. But before I find my AS, I want to find this angle. This angle, this is what? The opposite. And the opposite of this angle is AS, right? Why this is the hypotenuse. So the sine of theta over 2 will be equal to opposite, which is AS, divided by the hypotenuse, which is the what? Which is the radius. So from this point, I can easily find my AS because I already know that AB is equal to 2 times what? AS. So if I find my AS, this whole expression will now give me my AS to be equal to R sine what? Sine theta divided by 2. And theta divided by 2 is automatically what? 30, right? So I will have this to be equal to R sine 30 sine theta, which is 60, divided by what? By 2. And this AS is going to now give me R sine what? Sine 30. Right? So my AS is equal to R sine what? 30. So what I'm going to do is just to bring this into what? Into this. So my AB is equal to 2A what? 2AS. And remember, my AB is 12, and that will be equal to 2 multiplied by R sine 30. And if we look at the laws of triangles, if we pick out the laws of triangles, when we have this, if I remember my equilateral triangle, this is 60, this is 30, right? This is 30 degree, this is 60 degree. I have this to be 1, 1, I have this to be 2, 2, and I have this to be root what? Root 3, right? If you know how to get this triangle, then you can find the sine of any 30, 60 without much difficulty. Then if I have my sine 30, my sine 30 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, and that is 1 divided by 2. So I will have my 12 to be equal to 2 multiplied by R multiplied by 1 divided by 2. Hence, 2 we have to what? cancel out 2. And what will my r be? The value of my r will now be equal to 12 what? 12 centimeter. So that means the radius is equal to 12 centimeter, and that is what our r is, 12 centimeter. So that is the solution to that. Now the third question says we should calculate the area of the shaded region correct to 3 significant figures. Now how do we find the area of the shaded region? Now where is the shaded region, and how do we find the area of the shaded region? Now let's consider that. Now the area of the shaded region is what? Is this area, right? Which forms the arc of that what? Of that triangle. Now remember that this whole region from here to this point, to this point, to this point, and to this point is more of the what? The sector of the what? Is more of the this from this point to this point, sorry, and down to this point is a what? Is a sector, because we have 2 rectangles plus the what? Plus the arc. So this point is the sector of a circle, and this can also be a larger what? A larger sector of that circle. Now we are not asked to find the sector of the circle, we are asked to find only the shaded what? Area. So how can we find the area of the shaded region? The area of the shaded region is the area that is covered by the arc and the what? And the chord. So the area of the shaded region can be the area of this whole sector minus the area of this triangle. Remember, this is a triangle. So we have a triangle and the what? And the arc, right? So the area of this whole sector, this is a sector, the area of the whole sector will subtract the area of the triangle. That way we can get the area of the shaded point. Good. So the area of the shaded point region will be equal to, now what is the area of a sector of a circle? Now remember, the area of the sector of the circle is theta divided by 360 multiplied by pi r what? Square. That's the area of a sector of a circle. Now if we look at that area of the sector of the circle, we will now subtract it from the area of a triangle. Now the area of this triangle is half multiplied by the base square sine what? Sine what? Sine theta. That's the area of the triangle with 2 radius r square and then half of this sine of what? Sine of what? This. Remember, if you share this into 2, we're going to have a triangle. So it's the half of what? R square sine what? Sine theta. Because here we'll have sine theta, here we'll have the whole of sine what? Sine theta. Now let's look at this. If we look at this, we want to analyze this, and then from this we can be able to find the area of the shaded point. From this point we can see that theta is 60 what? Degree divided by 360, right? If this is 60 multiplied by, they told us that our pi is 22 divided by 7 multiplied by the radius is what? 12 square. So we have 12 what? Multiplied by 12. And this will be minus 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 12 square sine what? Sine 60 what? Degree. Now let's simplify this. If we simplify this, this will cut out this, right? So we are going to have 6 will also cut out. 6 here, 1, 6 the other way will give us 6, right? This will give us 6, right? So that is going to go, and then we'll have this to now become 1 divided by 6 multiplied by 22 divided by 7 multiplied by, we'll have 12 multiplied by 12 minus 1 divided by 2. 2 can clear off one of those. Okay, this multiplied by 144, right? Then we can have sine what? Sine 60. So what do we have here? We can simplify this. If we simplify this, this can cancel out this. 6 here, 1. 6 here, I'll have it as what? 2. And 12 times 2 can give me 24. So I'm going to have that to be 22 divided by 7 multiplied by 24 minus 1 divided by 2 into 144. 2 multiplied by 144. Let me leave that for now. Then I'll have this to be 144 multiplied by sine 60. With the calculator, sine 60 is going to give us 0. Remember, our sine 60 is going to give us 0.68660. So that will give us 0.8660 multiplied by 144, and that will be equal to multiplied by 124.7. So how do we simplify this? We have 7 here. 22 times, let's point the calculator. 22 times 24 is going to give us 528. This is going to give us 528 divided by 7, right? Minus 124 divided by, we have 124.7 divided by 2 is going to give us 62.35, right? So we'll have 62.35. So we are going to look at 528 divided by 7 is going to give us 75.43 minus 63.35. So if you subtract that, what will that area give us? The area of the shaded part, that will give us this minus 62.35. This is going to be 62.35, and that will be equal to 13 point what? That will be equal to 13.08, and it's going to be 13.08, right? 13.07, approximately 13.08 centimeter what? Centimeter square. Now if we look at that, we're going to have this to be 13.08 centimeter square, and they say we should leave our answer in 3 significant figure. Now if we leave our answer in 3 significant figure, we're going to have that to be equal to 13.1 centimeter what? Centimeter square, and that is the solution to that question number C. So you see, very easy. The next thing we will now want to think about is the last question, which says, what type of triangle is triangle AOP? Now, a triangle in which we have this, this, and this, we have all these to be of equal sides. Remember, the radius is 12, this is also 12, and this is 12. What kind of triangle is that? That can only be an equilateral what? Equilateral triangle. So this is an equilateral triangle, and that is the triangle we have. This is an equilateral what? Equilateral triangle, because it has all the three sides equal. Now this is how you answer a question like this. Go straight to the principles, go straight to the rules of circle, and then bam, your answer will just come out. Now if you want to learn more on circle, you can check the description section of this video. We have videos on circles from the basics A to Z of circles that will help you get to know more about what we did in this question. If you do enjoy this video class, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and subscribe to my channel for more simplified maths content. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.